And we're back, because we're about to get something special. I'll get that. Get your signature here, please. Here you go. Thanks, here you are. This is from Fimba. In recognition of your expert skills, you were invited to participate in the Invitational 4th week of February. Which is really, really lucky, as I literally just cleared the official cup right before this week. Tesco must have spoken to the committee. Winter Invitational is on February's 4th week. And, yeah, no messing around. Oops. There it is, and that's where we'll get the Hinger's head. So I'm going to train him up, and be there in just a sec. And the day has come. I've already saved because I am a coward and I've already put way too much into this to not get it now. And this will help clear up some space in my inventory. Ready, Hipster Snek? Jean can win and get us the clay doll headpiece. Good luck. Cora. Battle of the G names, apparently. Jean's primary method of winning has been winning in one hit or not winning at all. And you're about to see why that's the case. And Hingers are just good all around. So I'm going to try to go for a quick draw kill here. And luck saw me through. You may now curse my name in the comments for managing to pull that off on a sub 40% chance. Jean wins. It will receive doll head as a prize. We made it, Hipster Snek. Now we got all 5 pieces of the doll. Tesco will put them together. And the monotony of putting all that together, which in my personal playtime took entirely too long. I ended up finding one of the legs, I want to say, on my own, and then ultimately needed a guide to find out what I was doing wrong and missing on the rest of them. Good job, Jean. Hello. That's just a sail or something. Yep. Excuse me. Oh, Teska. By the way, Holly, you did a great job in that last tournament. Yeah, the way you lucked out was just truly outstanding. Thanks to you, I finally gathered all 5 pieces. Alright then, I'll put them together. Give them to me. Yes. There you go. Well. Okay, how's that? Wow, it looks just like a Hinger. Let's use it. Wait. We must first make out the ancient writings on the stone plate. Yeah. Well, make a smart monster read it. Well, bring the doll along when you travel to Reno. Okay, I will, thanks. And we've now been, explained exactly how we're going to use this thing. It's actually kind of cute, right? I think it is. And again, that greatly reduced the amount of random things taking up space in my inventory. So, Jean's going to return to Reno one last time in order to put this Hinger mystery to bed. And we'll start using some of these items in order to officially unlock the different breeds. And for you, that'll be a few seconds in the future. That's where I'll see you then. And we're back. Now, this may not be exactly what you were expecting to see. That's because I decided to take a little bit of a detour, which, for reasons I'll cover later, we're going to take some time and use some of these fusion items. Now, I've already done this once, but I'm going to show you guys the basic process of how very rapidly to spoil a monster. It's not hard. You let them rest every week, give them anything they ask for, and make sure that they always have meat every month. And right now I'm obviously in fast forward mode because there's literally nothing technical about what we're doing. You want to do this until their actual their actual style gauge reads that they are spoiled. Now Holly will warn you before they're actually spoiled. Yep, that has nothing to do with nothing right now. Just keep letting him taking it easy over and over again. Not doing any work. Starting to get gentle. He hasn't spoiled too much. Well, that is kind of the point. Spoil your monster too much, it will become lazy. Now that he's spoiled, we can freeze him. And as I said, I've already done that process once before off camera, with this Suezo here. Now that they are both spoiled, we can now use this magic banana. Bad combination. No, we know exactly what we're gonna get. It's an ape monster. Hardly ever see the ape monsters made. Its laziness offends me. The rare monster. There's like we don't want to stay with. I haven't really come up with a name for you. I'll name you Danky. Yeah, just Danky. And we're not going to raise him. We're going to put him right back on ice. I don't particularly like apes, I'll be honest. So, next order of business. The next monster we're going to do is magic. This one's very easy. You don't have to do anything in particular at all. All you need is a galley and a monel. Now, I don't know if they necessarily need to be purebred. I do that purely for my own verifications. But then we're going to use the old mirror. And now we have a magic, who is purple in this edition. This is a very rare magic monster. Which is a rare monster. How do I put this delicately? He wasn't purple originally. It was actually kind of a defensive stereotype. Yeah, let's leave it at that. You're just Purple Man. That's your name now. You're just Purple Man, because that really caught me off guard, I'll be honest. See, they're speed, skill, intelligence monsters, but they don't want elsewhere. Next. Okay, this next one's going to be a little strange, but bear with me. Whoops. Not freeze, I need to revive. We need a purebred monel, and we're going to take him home. And now I'm going to raise him. And the important thing with him is we want to get his fame up to 80, and that's where you'll see me next. So now that his fame is above 80, what do we do next? And why? Well, as counterintuitive as it might sound, we now need to drop his fame below 60. The easiest way to do that, especially now that he's a D-rank monster, is to fight in an E-rank tournament and lose on purpose. Pretty much guarantees that fame will drop. Oh, come on, guys, come on. Don't run away. And fast forward mode, because it literally does not matter. Well, all you have to do is hit me once, and that's it. You win. Oh man. Oh man. Things have just gone wildly out of my control, and all of a sudden, I'm losing. Really might be faster to just forfeit, but thought it might be funny to give you guys a fighting chance, and here I am. And yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna forfeit. I'll be a little bit faster. There we go. As you might notice, our model looks a little bit different. Oh my gosh. So bad. You have done such a thing to Famous. Was maybe a crazed fan from his last poor fight. What's wrong with you, Holly? Oh my goodness. Look at those marks. They're so fancy now. Haha. Oh, Teska. It's not funny, Teska. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. This must be part of being famous. You didn't fight well. I know. Snek, Holly, you must do a better breeding job. Poor fights are partly your fault, too. Okay, Teska. Famous, I'm sorry this had to happen to you. These markings on him may bring unusual results if you combine them. I'm not so sure. In fact, what Teska says is completely true. Now let's grab literally anything out of the market will do. Because this too unlocks a new breed of monster, even though it has nothing to do with any tournaments or expeditions. And because you always save before you fuse in Monster Rancher. Whoops. Try that again. Are now scribbled upon Famous and no need for an item. And we have now unlocked the most useless monster in the entire franchise. Guess we're lucky to have this freaky, odd, scribbled monster. Take good care of it. That's a funny looking monster. I'll call you Sketch. That's about what you deserve. It's kind of worse at high speeds. He's like even more twitchy. Yeah, these are widely regarded as the worst monsters in the entire series. And while they're very quirky, and if you want a monster that's out of the ordinary, this one's for you, I guess. But they don't show up again until Advance 2, so don't feel like you owe it any kind of obligations. Okay, I'll be honest, this next one, I don't like this. I don't like the method you have to do it, and I don't like... I'm gonna take a Suezo for this. I don't like the fact that you have to kill a monster for this next bit, and I especially don't like that there's a lot of RNG involved. What's a nice way of calling you a sacrifice? Bait. It's sort of true. So, first thing we do is exhaust him. Good for you. Yeah, that's the point. Next we battle him. And let him get knocked out. Again, we can just do the sped up because absolutely no finesse is required on my part. Wow, I don't even know what to say to that. Come on, knock him out. Usually the more severe the knockout, the more efficient, but that was also part of why I wanted to tire him out. And you'll automatically just like resign from the tournament. That was a short hospital stay. No. No rest. You're here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's the very macabre fate of, well, not much. Oh, but the same fate at the hand of the same enemy. It seems a little more aggressive, which I guess is good. Come on, dude. Now, that's really bad. Nah, he's good with potatoes. Ah, he chose to defy me. That is not how we do things around here, Bait. See, doing this sort of thing would actually be much easier in Monster Rancher 2, because you have things like the Swakey or Suiki Suezo, who just lives 1 week and you're done, and you don't really need to feel bad about it because you have to drag it out. Oh, come on, Ragar. Wow, you couldn't even KO an opponent who wasn't fighting back. I don't even know what to say about that. Come now. Maybe you can make a better showing, Bune. Rather, better than Bune, Jet. Finally. Nah. Yeah, sorry, Holly, but that is the objective. There we go. Ah, at last. Oh my goodness. Bait has died. Holly. Master Teska. It is unfortunate, but things like this do happen. Master, I'll do a funeral for your monster. It will cost money. It's really a pittance. And it actually doesn't matter! It's completely immaterial. Yeah, sure, what the heck. I'll talk to a friend. Master, please. Sorry to hear about what happened to your monster. Yeah. Goodbye, Bait. How very melodramatic for a monster that I killed on purpose. Next order of business, we get any monster. It literally does not matter. Just, we need a monster. Random. Yeah, sure. That sounds good. Whatever. Oh, it's a rare golem. Okay. Rare golem and tidy whiteys. Your name is Harry. So that's all I think about when I look at you. Next order of business. We need to take it and have him fight. So this one at the end of this month. That'll work nicely. Yeah, fine. I don't need to actually execute this one, so, I mean, it's whatever. I think it's just proof positive that he's lazy. Now. The thing about what happens next is that it's random. So we're going to save in order to fudge our chances, and I'll edit the footage accordingly. Now, win, lose, whatever is completely irrelevant. We just need to fight within the next 15 weeks of that monster passing away. Oh, he has pretty good luck for a newborn. One of those odd things that Monster Rancher 1 does is, regardless of the enemy, your enemy will always show up the same size as you. So, like, if your monster is a baby, they'll show up as babies too. But if your monster is fully grown, your enemies show up as fully grown. I don't know why that is, it's just, it is. Alright. Nope, didn't happen. So I'm just gonna use a little time warp magic here and make it so. So, I want everyone to stop and have a look at this. This being this. What the heck is this? You just can't point to it. It's a strange mark on Harry's body. Yes, I named him Harry because I thought it was funny. I wonder how long it's been there. What's wrong, Holly? Oh, Harry seems to have been cursed. Cursed? Could it be some sort of ghost? Yeah, a monster on this ranch must have been killed accidentally. His spirit haunts the ranch. Spirit? Hipster Snek, Holly, don't be too hard on your monsters. Kindness is part of good breeding. Okay, Deska. Harry, I'm sorry this had to happen to you. Your monster's ability will drop when cursed, but you can combine him to get strange monsters. I'm not so sure. Not monsters. Monster. Oh, he wasn't kidding about being cursed. His HP just got dashed down to 4. Before it was like 150 some. Now, this can appear on monsters in different ways. And this little chest tattoo is evidence of it. And I want to stop a moment and talk about this a little bit more in depth. Because there's been some misinformation about ghosts over the years. And a lot of it's understandable because this is the worst unlock prerequisite in the franchise. Not even just like the series, not just this particular game. The entire Monster Rancher series. And I actually posted a little rant on it about my Twitter last week. Okay, to start, you take a monster, like I did that Suezo, and kill it. Then you make a new monster. New monster, doesn't matter what type, just do it. Then you fight in a tournament sometime within the next 15 weeks. And then, win, lose, draw, doesn't matter. You have a 1 in 16 chance. That's 6%. 6.25% to be exact. Of getting this curse mark on your monster. This information was not only not entirely correct, I'm just going to say for good measure because I literally spent 3 days of my mortal lifespan grinding the same tournament. Like, I don't even have words to describe how frustrating this is, because why a 6% chance? Why? The odds of you stumbling into this by chance, by accident, is astronomical to the point of being comical, and a skilled rancher isn't going to kill monsters by accident. They'd only do it on purpose, knowing this was a mechanic. And let me recompose myself here for a moment. This is the only unlock in the franchise that requires a blind dice roll for something that takes as long as a tournament. Now, there's some luck involved in expeditions, and I acknowledge that, and you can fudge that to a greater or lesser extent, courtesy of your intelligence and skill stats. And I'll say that freely. So, I'm going to take any monster. No. Haha. No. Lol. Lamau. No. Freeze this 4 HP monstrosity. And get any monster. It literally doesn't matter what type. So let's use this dino over here. Just to, for science purposes. Ghost in Monster Rancher 1 is the only unlock that requires true RNG to the point of madness. To find that out via the scientific method is impossible. You would basically need to hack the game's code and find out that it's there. Or you would discover that you just have pages in your book missing and go from there. And then you would just try every possibility to slamming your head into the wall until you get it. People who watched Ed's in my stream will get this joke. But now that we have gone through that immensely painful process, I don't need to keep them anymore. So, take our cursed golem, and we're just gonna use Kevin. Now, you see there, it thinks it's gonna be one of these. It's not. And I'm not gonna bother an item. Go ahead. And now we have a ghost. It's kind of cute. It's a ghost monster. It said it would inhabit the body of others. So what? Such a rare monster. Yeah, I'm really not. Ghosts are resoundingly mediocre, as I understand it. I will name you Kevin Jr., just in tribute. Now, I spent over 1,000 in-game years in my original file of Monster Rancher, and I never got this to work. In part because the information available was largely wrong, or at least just a little off base. Yeah, this is the one unlock that I literally spent the last 20 years, basically, not able to get. So I spent 3 days, 3 evenings, wasting my limited mortal lifespan to unlock. I want you guys to just soak that in for a second. Kevin Jr. was a... That was a lot. That was a lot. So, I'm just going to pop this little guy in the freezer. That's the worst unlock in the entire franchise. Apart from, like, Octochrome, but he doesn't really count. And I'll get to that in maybe like a trivia video. Now, we have unlocked every species that we possibly can. We have Ape over here. We have Sketch. We have Magic, Dragon, Ghost. There, and, yeah, already counted him. So, here's the thing. There's actually only one more unlock monster, and I can't do it yet. You've already seen it, because it was in one of the trial cups, and it's that cat doll, Meow. You can get it, and I want to say it's 1025, or like 25 years after the first time you visit the item shop. And they'll literally just sell you the cat doll, you fuse the cat doll, and you get Meow. That's literally the last thing that I have to unlock, and I'll get to that at some point. But there's one last step, because you're thinking, hey, Snek, you're forgetting Hanger. Well, I haven't forgotten Hanger. I've been doing other things for the unlocking process, and honestly, a lot of those were a lot more painful because there's actually only one last step for Hinger. And I'm going to jump ahead in time and do that next step. I'm just going to raise a burner monster, grind out some money in the downtime. Yeah, it actually is going to involve us going back to Reno, which I just missed the deadline for. And so I'm going to have to go a full year into the future in order to get back to Reno again. But once we do, I'll actually be thawing out our good buddy Gene here to help us with an expedition. And he's going to be essentially the sacrificial lamb that I need in order to get Hinger. And you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to jump ahead there and see you guys then. Hi. Hello again. Going to Reno. Yep. His entire life's been leading up to this one moment. Thank you. Are you ready? We'll return after a month. Let's go. This time, as we're heading to Reno, we're not looking for a particular item, but we are after a particular place. And actually, I did a little preparation work off camera to clear out some of the obstacles to make this process as painless as possible. We need to go as far east as we can. And straight north. Well, a little more easterly. Then straight ahead. Ha! Ha! I have made a mistake. Thankfully, not a damning one. Where does that put me, I wonder? I think if I just go north, I'll be fine. Yeah, we're good. Okay, this is what we need to get to. This is not really, I wouldn't say the very back of Reno, but it's pretty far out there. We're back again. This place is very fascinating. Gene began to read. Gene started to read something. Seems to have made them out. Maybe we can get a Hinger monster now, if he makes Gene with another. And we're done. We actually finally have the final component to make a Hinger. So once again, I'm just going to run the clock down. Because the odds of getting lost are high, and Gene is old, so I don't really need his lifespan getting dashed just because of bad RNG. Old hut. The monsters used to protect the city. Let's check it out. How about we don't? Now, what's actually really interesting is, even though the anime does talk about some of the ancient ruins, and they don't actually ever use any of the locations that they actually visit in these games. And then they make up this entire thing about the Pendant Civilization, which I'm pretty sure it's not even called that in the Japanese. That'd help protect something in the north. There was a war, and Reno many cities centered around the water. I heard some of them fought. Whoops. I definitely did not mean to do that. Alright, Gene. Ha! 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 I hate being right all the time. It's actually really depressing. This is one of the worst features in Monster Rancher 1, and it's the reality that no matter how good your monster is, there's always some non-zero chance that they can get lost for some random span of time. They'll come back exhausted, which of course hurts their lifespan. What should we do? We're almost out of food. We had better give up and get out. But that'll be it next time. Okay then. And if, for people who've seen the pathfinding AI in Monster Rancher 2, they probably got lost in a perfectly straight hallway and couldn't find their way back. Excuse me. Tuska, Gene memorized all the stone's carving. He did, yeah, but he's not here right now. Do you see that round pattern on Gene? No, because it doesn't show up until he's back on the ranch. What is that? Pattern signifies he has learned all the script. Now you can use him for combining. I get it. Mix a monster that has a round pattern on it with a monster and use the doll. That's right. Give it a try. And we will... Karn found Gene. Don't you ever do that again. Gene. Well, it's a good thing this is the last week of your life anyway, Gene. There's that round mark, by the way. So, that was annoying, and it's really annoying that I predicted it, and that it happened. But on the upside, he didn't die. See, that's a beautiful thing about Lifespan Slash, is it doesn't happen the week that they're alive, it happens the week after. So things like that won't just drop them dead on sight. But since I can't guarantee that it won't happen next week, we might as well just go ahead and do this. That will do nicely. Your name is Rover. There we go. Alright, Rover, and for your first trick, sit, stay, and disappear. We're going to use Gene. Almost seems like a waste at this point, but hey, what choice do I have? You have to have over 600 intelligence. Combine him with Rover. Then we're going to use an item. And obviously we're going to use the clay doll. Mix up a Hanger monster. That sounds like, making a mistake. I know exactly what we're going to get. A robot. So now we have the Hanger species unlocked. I'd like you to have this Hanger monster. You're so fortunate to get it. It's such a rare monster. Take good care of it. I hadn't thought of a name for this guy. Well, he looks kind of like a metal beetle of some sort, so I'm just going to give him a little portmanteau name and put him in the freezer, because we're not going to focus on that too much. I wonder if that's a call forward or something. Now, having done that, we have two things we haven't done. That's unlocking Nia, which, again, that's a time-based thing. There's nothing I can do about it. And we're going to need to raise up someone to be a fusion partner for Lance. But that's what I'm going to call it for this episode, or episodes, depending on how long this ends up running in post. But that's how you unlock every species. Literally, the only thing that remains is waiting for the shopkeep to tell you that they're going to start selling cat dolls. And there's not even a prerequisite. You don't even have to spoil the monster like you do for Ape or anything. And you don't have to use any particular monster to do it. You just do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark that as a check mark, and if I get to show that on footage, I definitely will. But now we need to raise a monster who will be a worthy successor. Someone to fuse with Lance, preferably. And use them in order to push into the final tournaments of the game and instill our name as one of the legendary ranchers of all time. So join me next time, where we'll do precisely that, or at least start making headway into it. See you there.